Good morning, student. Hope you all are well and all are staying at home. So safe at home and stay healthy. Okay. So today I will discuss some tricky topic related to feedback amplifier. Already I have discussed the feedback amplifier with you, and also I have shared some videos and PDFs numerical problem. But I have seen that so many of you have some confusion regarding some point related to feedback amplifier. So in that respect, I will discuss some tricky questions related to feedback amplifier, and also I will solve some numerical which are very important for your exam also. Okay. Now come to the point, that is feedback amplifier. Okay. Now see, this is the overall block diagram of feedback amplifier. I think all of you know that this is the circuit overall block diagram of feedback amplifier. So see, here is the block diagram, and if we say what is feedback amplifier, okay, in one sentence, okay, now you can say that feedback amplifier basically consists two part. Okay, one is feedback circuit path and another is amplifier circuit path. That means you can say that amplifier circuit is added to a feedback path to design a feedback amplifier. Okay. Now which type of feedback you can use? Already I have said that feedback basically two types. One is positive feedback and another is negative feedback. Here you can see that if this symbol is positive, that means you can say this path is positive. In that respect, you can say this is a positive feedback amplifier circuit. Okay. Now, if this symbol, that means this feedback portion is negative, that means negative feedback is attached or added with the amplifier circuit. In that respect, you can say this is a negative amplifier circuit. Okay. Now in this diagram you can ask me that there are lots of variables. Okay, so this is Vs, this is Vi, then V0, Va, beta, A, more there are lots of variables. Now what is V0? V0 is the output voltage. So if this feedback path is present, listen carefully, if this feedback path is present, that means you are attaching a feedback path with the amplifier circuit. In that case your output V0, okay, in that case your output V0 will be what? Your output V0 will be is equal to this amplifier path with this feedback path. Okay, now first assume that there is no feedback. Say this, consider case 1. Okay, say assume this Vf is equal to 0. Now again another question, what is Vf? Basically this Vf is what? This Vf is feedback voltage. Now if your feedback voltage is 0, that means there is no feedback path. That means the circuit is like this. Suppose take this. Now assume this overall feedback path, that means this path is missing. Okay, that means there is no feedback path in first case. That means your Vf is equal to 0. That means your circuit is first you have one input voltage, say this is Vs, then this Vs is passed through a amplifier circuit, and after that amplification you get your output, that means V0. That means if this feedback path is totally missing, so your output voltage, that is V0, will be is equal to what? V0 will be is equal to your input voltage, that is Vs into gain. What is your gain? Your gain is A. That means this is the expression of the output voltage without any feedback. Okay, so your output voltage will be is equal to only your input voltage Vs into A, that is equal to V0. Now this is your first case. Okay, that means if Vf is equal to 0, that means this feedback path is equal to 0, your output voltage will be is equal to only input voltage into gain. Okay, now in the second case assume that this feedback voltage Vf not is equal to 0. See, in second case. Okay, and again I am saying in case of without feedback circuit, what is the value of this gain A? That means this A is open loop gain. This open loop gain Why it is called open loop gain? Because there is no closed path. That's why when this feedback is missing, you can say the value of gain is just open loop gain. So you can say A is equal to only V0 by Vs, or you can say V0 by Vi, because when this feedback path is missing, your Vs is equal to Vi. That's why you can say your gain A is equal to either V0 by Vi or V0 by Vs. Let's come to the second point. That means if Vf not is equal to 0, that means you have to consider this feedback path. Then what happened? Now if Vf not is equal to 0, then what is Vi? Then Vi is equal to what? That means when if you consider if you want to calculate the value of Vi, first you have to check which feedback is used, if it is positive or if it is negative. That means you can say Vi is equal to Vs plus minus this voltage, so plus minus Vf. Now here we consider that this is negative feedback. Okay, that means your Vi will be is equal to Vs minus Vf. See, Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Already I have elaborated all the things in my previous lecture. Okay, so now if you consider Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf, in that concept you can say the overall gain of this closed loop circuit. Why it is known as closed loop circuit? Because there is a feedback path. That means there is a connection from output to input. That means this path is a closed path. In that case you can say this is a closed loop path. So if this path is present in that concept, the overall gain, that is AF. So what is AF? AF is the overall gain of the feedback circuit, or you can say AF is known as closed loop gain. Both are same. So this closed loop gain AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Now one thing remember, that for negative feedback, that A beta obviously greater than 0. Okay, for negative feedback A beta greater than 0. Why A beta greater than 0? See, this is the overall gain or closed loop gain of the negative feedback circuit. Now say if your A beta is equal to minus 1, means minus 1 plus 1, what? 0. Something by 0 means infinite. Okay, that means your gain becomes infinite. So for negative feedback this is not done, that your gain will be infinite. Similarly, if A beta is equal to suppose minus 5, that means what is the value of your AF? So AF will be is equal to 1 minus 5, that means A by minus 4, that means your overall gain become negative. That is not desirable. That means in case of negative feedback, your value, that means overall closed loop gain AF will be is equal to positive. In that respect, A beta greater than 0. Now come to if your feedback is positive. If your feedback is positive, then your expression will be changed. That means it will be like this. So if your feedback is positive, that means it will be negative here. So 1 minus A beta, now your expression is 1 minus A beta. Now suppose your A beta, now for condition for positive feedback, A beta less than 0. Now suppose your A beta is plus 4. Okay, plus 4 means obviously greater than 0. So plus 4 minus plus 4, and here the in front this is minus, so it becomes minus 4. So 1 minus 4 means minus 3, that means again gain becomes negative. That means for positive feedback, your A beta, value of this A beta should be less than 0. That means if your A beta is minus 1, then what happens? Minus minus plus, that means this value becomes positive. So you remember that this in multiple choice question, this type of question may come. That is for negative feedback, the value of this A beta obviously greater than 0, and for positive feedback, the value of this A beta obviously less than 0. Okay. Now this A is known as open loop gain. Already I have said that AF is the closed loop gain. And what is beta? Now what is beta? This beta means feedback ratio. Also beta is known as feedback fraction. Some of the book it is written that beta is also known as feedback factor. Okay. Now you just remember that beta is not feedback factor, beta is feedback ratio, or you can say this is feedback fraction. Again I am saying that beta is feedback ratio, or you can say this beta is feedback fraction, not feedback factor. Okay. Now this A beta term is known as loop gain, or you can say this A beta is known as feedback factor. So what is feedback factor or what is loop gain? Both are same. This is A beta. And what is feedback fraction and what is feedback ratio? Both are same, and this is denoted by only beta variable. Okay, so got my point. Now come to the next topic, that is, so AF is equal to what? We have seen that AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta, and this is only for negative feedback expression. Okay. Now if you differentiate this part, already again I am repeating this part, already I have shown you this overall expression. Okay, so if you differentiate this part, how this differentiation done, I think all of you know. Okay, I think all of you have done this differentiation in your 11-12 classes, also in maths classes. So this is not necessary to describe you how to perform differentiation. Okay, so if you differentiate this expression with respect to AF, this is known as partial derivation. Okay, so you get that dAF by AF divided by dA by A is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus A beta. Now this part, that dA by AF divided by dA by A, this part is known as sensitivity of the amplifier. Again I am saying this part is known as sensitivity. So what is sensitivity? You can say the fractional change in amplification with feedback. What? That is dA by AF. That means the fractional change in amplification with feedback divided by the fractional change without feedback. Without feedback means dA by A. So the fractional change in amplification with feedback divided by the fractional change without feedback is called the sensitivity of the feedback amplifier. Now sensitivity of the which feedback amplifier? Negative feedback amplifier. Because if I am asking you that what is the sensitivity for positive feedback amplifier, then your expression will be dAF by AF divided by dA by A is equal to what? Is equal to 1 divided by, it will be 1 minus A beta. This is for positive feedback, and as because this is a negative feedback, so your sensitivity for negative feedback amplifier will be what? 1 divided by 1 plus A beta. Okay. So what is sensitivity for negative feedback amplifier? 1 by 1 plus A beta. Now again one term is associated with this part, that is desensitivity. So what is desensitivity? You can say desensitivity is just reverse operation of sensitivity. That means desensitivity, D is equal to 1 by A. So what is desensitivity for negative feedback amplifier? Desensitivity for negative feedback amplifier will be 1 plus A beta. Now if I ask you that what is desensitivity for positive feedback amplifier? What is desensitivity for positive feedback amplifier? So for positive feedback amplifier, desensitivity, D will be is equal to what? 1 minus A beta. Okay. Now I will describe some numerical problem related to this feedback amplifier, which are very important for your exam. Okay. First question. Your okay, before numerical question, I will want to say some this topology. You remember this topology because this table is very important again for short question. Okay. Now what is this table says? This table is basically the summary of feedback topology. Already I have show you the feedback topology. You know there are 4 types of feedback topologies in case of feedback amplifier, that is voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, current shunt. Okay. Now in this topology there are some comparison here. That means you can compare these 4 types of topology with respect to voltage gain, with respect to noise, with respect to input resistance, and with respect to output resistance. That means with this 4 parameter you can check what is the result for this parameter for voltage series, for voltage shunt, for current series and current shunt. Here I have used some arrow Okay, here you can say there are two types of arrow. One is this downward arrow and another is upward arrow. Here this upward arrow denotes the increasing value and this downward arrow denotes the decreasing value. So here in this table again I am saying that this upward arrow denotes the increasing value and this downward arrow denotes the decreasing value. Okay. Now what happens? Okay, now suppose voltage gain. Already I have said you that in case of negative feedback amplifier, what is the main disadvantage? In case of negative feedback amplifier, the main disadvantage is in here voltage gain is reduced. Let's see. In case of negative feedback amplifier, voltage gain is reduced, but in case of positive feedback amplifier, voltage gain is increased. Okay, how can you say that voltage gain is reduced? See, this is the expression overall gain of the negative feedback amplifier. Now if 1 plus a beta, that means the gain is reduced. How much amount? This 1 plus a beta. Now one thing you tell, which value is greater, 1 plus a beta or 1 minus a beta? See, suppose you have two equation. One is 1 plus a beta, say 1 plus a beta, and another is 1 minus a beta. So if you want to get a real value, that means for this expression a beta should be greater than 0, and for the second expression a beta should be less than 0. Okay, now if you want to get a positive value, that means positive value, or you can say the real value. So in case of negative feedback, it is seen this value, that means numerator is always divided by 1 plus a beta. Okay, that means in case of negative feedback amplifier, the value will definitely decreased. Okay, the gain value is definitely decreased. But in case of positive feedback amplifier, the expression is 1 minus a beta. That means this value is increased compared to the negative feedback. So in that respect, you can say in case of negative feedback, your voltage gain is decreased. Now you can say that in negative feedback amplifier, the gain is decreased. But why we use this negative feedback amplifier? Although the gain is decreased, because we all know that if the value of gain is increased, that means that circuit is much better compared to other. But here it is seen that the gain is decreased, but again we are using this negative feedback. Why? Because to judge the characteristics of any circuit, not only the gain value, there are lots of parameter. Which that parameter? In case of negative feedback amplifier, it is seen that though the gain value is decreased, but it has some other good quality values. Which are that value? It is seen that in case of negative feedback amplifier, if we use negative feedback in an amplifier circuit, it improves the performance, like gain stability. So you know what is stability? Stability means, suppose you have a circuit and your circuit is always unstable. Okay, now if your circuit is unstable, so can you measure the parameters of that circuit easily? Suppose I am saying, suppose you are doing an experiment, input characteristics of a BJT. Okay, now if the input characteristics of BJT means you have to know some value, that means input voltage, input current. Now from where you can get this value? That means you have to use one voltmeter to measure the voltage, and you have to use one multimeter or ammeter to measure the current. Now if it is seen that your voltage reading as well as your current reading is always fluctuating, that means unstable, so can you measure the value of voltage or current easily? No. That means to measure any kind of value, either it may be voltage or it may be current, you require some stable value. That means if you have any circuit where the values are always fluctuating or the values are always unstable, that means you cannot measure the value. That means you need a stable value. That's why it is saying that if in your amplifier circuit, if you use negative feedback, your values become stable. That's why it is called that in case of negative feedback amplifier, gain stability increases. Next point, that is linearity. Okay, linearity increases. Linearity means, what do you mean by linearity? That means if any system satisfies the additivity property. Already I have discussed this linearity property in your classroom. That is any system is known as satisfies the linearity property if it satisfies the superposition principle, or you can say it satisfies the additivity property and homogeneous property. So again, what is linearity? Linearity means you can say it satisfies the equation, that is y is equal to mx. So if any system satisfies linearity, that means there are no non-linear equation or non-linear distortion. So it is okay for that circuit. That means you can say using this negative feedback amplifier circuit, linearity increases. That means reduction of distortion. Distortion means non-linear quantity. Again, another advantage of negative feedback amplifier, that means frequency response. Now if frequency response, the value of frequency response is good, that means if you have maximum frequency response, that means you have increasing bandwidth. What is bandwidth? Bandwidth means difference between two frequency. Now difference between which two frequency? Difference between lower frequency and cutoff frequency. Now if it is seen that the range of your frequency is much better, that means you have a longer duration between lower cutoff frequency and higher cutoff frequency. That means you can say your bandwidth is increased. So using negative feedback in amplifier circuit, it is seen that bandwidth also increases. Next part, increasing negative feedback reduces sensitivity. So what is sensitivity? Already I have discussed you what is sensitivity. That is, sensitivity means this parameter variation. That means if it is seen that due to some change in instrument or due to some change in environment, this parameter change is low, that means that is better. So it is seen that in case of negative feedback, the sensitivity is low. Okay, that means parameter variation is low. So it is seen that though in case of negative feedback amplifier, voltage gain is reduced, but here you have lots of advantages compared to positive feedback amplifier. That's why this negative feedback is used in amplifier circuit. Okay. Now come to this stable part. So this is the characteristics different between the characteristics of this four topology. So in case of voltage series or voltage shunt or current series or current shunt, it is seen that voltage gain is decreased. Now come to the second parameter, that means noise. Already I have say you that in case of negative feedback amplifier, noise is reduced. That means negative feedback amplifier can reduce the noise. That means in this fourth topology, any one topology you can use, all the cases it can reduce the noise. That's why this is shown in decreasing order. Now input resistance. In case of input resistance, if you use voltage series topology, your value will be increasing, and if you use current series, your value will be increasing, and the rest of the part, that means voltage shunt and current shunt, your value will be decreased. That means in case of voltage series, you have high input resistance. Also in case of current series, you have high input resistance, but in case of voltage shunt and current shunt, you have low input resistance. Next parameter, that is output resistance. Now if you compare the output resistance for this four topologies, here the output resistance is low for voltage series and voltage shunt, but output resistance is high for current series and current shunt. So you go through this topology because this table is very important for short question. Okay. Next, I will discuss some numerical problem related to this feedback amplifier. See the first question, that is calculate the gain of a negative feedback amplifier with an internal gain 200 and feedback factor. Okay, feedback factor beta is equal to 1 by 20. See here in this question, beta is known as feedback factor. Okay, in my lecture, see here I have show you that a beta is the feedback factor. So you remember that beta is not feedback factor. Okay, beta means only feedback ratio or feedback fraction, and feedback factor means what? Feedback factor means a beta. But in question it is written that feedback factor is equal to beta. That means here you have to correct this one. This is not feedback factor, it will be feedback ratio. Okay, got my point? This will not feedback factor, it will be feedback ratio. Okay, now considering this, first when you see any numerical problem, first check which values are given to you. After that you start your calculation. Now here the value of a is given to you, also the value of beta is given to you. What you are asked? You are asked to calculate the AF. We know the expression AF. What is AF? AF is equal to a by 1 plus a beta. Okay. Now what is a? A is what? A is written here, that is 200. So write down 200 divided by 1 plus a beta. A is 200 into 1 by beta. Okay, so again I am saying this is not feedback factor, this is feedback ratio. Here you are given feedback ratio and internal gain, that is a given. You have to calculate only AF. So this is the result of AF. This is a very easy question. Next come to the second question, that is in a negative feedback amplifier, a is equal to 100, beta is equal to 0.04, Vs. What is Vs? Vs is the supply voltage. Okay, 50 millivolt, and you have to calculate this part, that is gain with feedback. So what is the expression of gain with feedback? Already these values are given, that is gain with feedback means AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. You have given A, you have given B. So you can easily calculate the value. What is AA? Next, output voltage. What is output voltage? What is the expression of output voltage? The expression of output voltage is what? Expression of output voltage is input voltage into overall gain. Overall which gain? Overall gain using feedback, because in this circuit it is mentioned that negative feedback amplifier. That means you have to consider the closed loop gain, or you have to consider the gain with feedback. That means what is the gain with feedback? Already you have calculated, that is 20. And what is input voltage? It is given that 50 millivolt. That means your answer will be 50 millivolt into 20. That means 100 millivolt. So again 100 millivolt means what? 1 volt. That's why it is written as 1 volt. Next, that is what is loop gain? This question number C is loop gain, and question number F is what? Feedback factor. Both are same. Remember, loop gain and feedback factor both are same. That means the result of C and the result of F both are same. Now what is loop gain? A beta. What is feedback factor? A beta. So what is your answer? Your answer will be just multiply the value of A with multiply the value of beta. So this one, and the result is 4. Next question, what is feedback voltage? Again another question. So what is feedback voltage? Feedback voltage means which part? Here feedback voltage means, just go this part. Here feedback voltage means you have to calculate Vf. What is Vf? Beta into V0. Already you know the V0 for this mathematical problem. What is V0? V0 is equal to what? 1 volt you have calculated, and beta is given to you. So your result Vf is equal to 0.04 volt. Next, amount of feedback in decibel. Again another question. Now what is amount of feedback in decibel? Here amount of feedback means, again come to this part, 1 plus A beta. This is known as amount of feedback. So what is amount of feedback? 1 plus A beta. Now if your question is calculate amount of feedback in decibel, that means you have to multiply this 1 plus A beta with 20 log base 10. That means amount of feedback in decibel. This answer is 20 log base 10 1 plus A beta. You know the value. What is 1 plus A beta? Here 1 plus A beta means this part. So this, now 1 plus A beta means what? 1 plus A beta means, calculate this. 1 plus A beta means, I think this value is, so 1 plus A beta. Now in this calculation, say 1 plus A beta means this part. So 100 into 0.04, if you multiply this, what is the result? 4. So 4 plus 1 means 5. That means 1 plus A beta, the result is 5. Now 1 plus A beta means 5. So if you convert this 5 into decibel, that means you have to multiply 20 log base 10 with 5. And your answer is this. Okay, so your answer is 13.98 dB. Okay. Next, come to the next problem. So this, again this is another numerical. So it is with a negative feedback. Your question is with a negative feedback, an amplifier gives an output of 10 volt with an input of 0.5 volt. When, again I am saying, when you get any numerical problem, first check which values are given to you. After that you start your calculation. So which values are given to you? Here it is said that with a negative feedback, that means this is a negative feedback amplifier circuit. An amplifier gives an output of 10 volt. That means your output voltage with negative feedback, that is V0 is equal to 10 volt. This is given. With an input of 0.5 volt. That means when your output is 10 volt, your input is what? Your input is 0.5 volt. That means this also given. Next, when the feedback is removed, that means now there is no feedback path. That means just behave the previous negative feedback amplifier, just a open loop circuit. That means there is no feedback. At that condition, it requires 0.25 volt input. Means again come to the diagram. So this is your diagram. That means if this feedback path is removed, that means what? That means only you have output and amplifier circuit and this input. So when this feedback path is removed here, this is your question. So when this feedback path is removed here, your input is 0.25 volt. That means next case, without feedback, your output is 10 volt. For 10 volt output, your input is 0.2 volt. That means from this 4 value, what we can calculate? You can calculate AF and A. That means AF is given to you. What is AF? V0 by, so what is AF? AF means with feedback. So what is AF? AF is equal to this V0 by Vi. So V0 by VF, and this value is 20. Now without feedback, what is open loop gain? A is equal to V0 by Vs. That means 40. That means in your question, AF, A all are given. What you have to calculate it? You have to calculate it gain without feedback. So gain without feedback means what? This is the expression. That means you have to calculate the A. So your first answer, gain without feedback, will be what? 40. Next question, feedback fraction. Again, feedback fraction means what? Feedback fraction means feedback ratio. So what is your feedback ratio? So to calculate feedback ratio, you have to use this formula. So we know AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. Now AF is known to us, A is known to us. So what is beta? Just calculate this. What is beta? Your beta is equal to 1 by 40. Next, another example, voltage gain of an amplifier without feedback. That means no feedback. Without feedback is 60 dB. That means what? That means A is equal to 60 dB, open loop gain. It decreases to 40 dB with feedback. That means what? That means AF is equal to 40 dB. This is given to you. That means you have given A and you have given A. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate that what is the value of this feedback factor. Again, what is feedback factor? Feedback factor means beta. Again, feedback factor means what? Feedback ratio. Now A is equal to 60 dB, so you can say A means this value is given in decibel. That means 20 log base 10, A is equal to 60. Now using anti-logarithmic, you can easily calculate the value of A. Here also using anti-logarithmic. I think all of you have calculator, scientific calculator. So using scientific calculator, that is anti-log and obviously base 10, not base E. You can easily calculate A and you can easily calculate AF. That means A is known to us, AF is known to us. What you have to calculate? Beta. So again use the same expression, that is AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta. From this you can calculate. So A beta is equal to 9. Okay. Next, another example. So a negative feedback of beta is equal to 0.002. That means beta is given to you, is applied to an amplifier of gain 1000. See here what is the question? This gain value is given. Now this gain is not the closed loop gain, this gain is open loop gain. Read the question again. A negative feedback is applied to an amplifier of gain 1000. That means a negative feedback path is attached to an amplifier whose gain is 1000. That means open loop gain is 1000. That means A is known to you and beta is known to you. Okay. So what you have to calculate, that is you have to calculate the change in overall gain of the feedback amplifier if the internal amplifier is subjected to a gain reduction of 15%. See, this question is quite complicated. Okay, the language is quite complicated. Here beta is given to you, A is given to you. You are asked that calculate the change in overall gain. Calculate the change in overall gain of the feedback amplifier. That means you have to calculate the overall gain of the feedback amplifier circuit. Okay. Now when beta is equal to this and A is equal to this, first calculate what is the overall gain. So your overall gain is, just use this formula, your gain is this 333.33. Now if the internal amplifier is subjected to a gain reduction of 15%, that means your question is, if the internal amplifier gain is reduced by 15%, that means at first your internal amplifier gain is what? 1000. Now if internal amplifier gain is reduced by 15%, that means now you have to calculate the changing gain of the internal amplifier. That means if your gain is reduced by 15%, so your internal gain will be what? 1000 minus 15% of 1000, your result is 850. Now your internal gain is 850. In that condition, again you have to calculate the gain of the feedback circuit. Now that means if your internal gain is 850, then what is the value of your changing AF? So changing AF is denoted here AF dash. So your AF dash is what? 314.8. That means due to reduction of internal gain 15%, your gain value of overall circuit, that means in considering the negative feedback, is at first it was 333.33, next it will become 314.8. Now what is the, your question is calculate the change in overall gain. That means you have to calculate it. First your gain was AF, then it is AF dash. That means what percent of change will occur? The formula is AF minus AF dash minus AF into 100. So if you calculate this, your result is 5.6%. Okay. That means first you have closed loop gain 100%, say, and if your internal gain is reduced by 15%, then your overall gain, that means closed loop circuit gain, is what that you have to calculate it. So this is 5.6%. Next question, this is a tricky question, okay, because this language is quite ambiguous. Okay, so when you, again I am saying, when you solve any numerical problem related to feedback or op-amp or filter, first read the question carefully. Okay. Next numerical is a negative feedback is used to reduce the noise. Again here noise is attached. Okay. A negative feedback is used to reduce the noise of an amplifier by 80%. What must be the percentage of a negative feedback to accomplish this? If the input voltage gain is 1000, and what will be the voltage gain with feedback? This is your question. Now see, before going to the answer part, I will say something. That means, suppose you have a negative feedback amplifier circuit. Okay. Now suppose you have a amplifier circuit. Can you say that what is the output of the amplifier? Always noiseless? No. Any amplifier circuit, the output of any amplifier circuit is a noisy output, because when you pass any signal, some portion of noise is added to the circuit. So any output of amplifier is a noisy output. That means we can denote the output of an amplifier as n variable. Okay. Now if you apply negative feedback, what we have seen that applying negative feedback, this noise can be reduced. That means applying the negative feedback, the output voltage can be written as what? The output voltage can be written as NF. That means the amplifier output is N. Remember my point. The amplifier output is N. And when you apply negative feedback, the same amplifier output can be written as NF. And it is seen that the NF is equal to N by 1 plus A beta. Okay. That means the noise is reduced 1 plus A beta amount. That means using negative feedback, you can reduce 1 plus A beta amount of noise from an amplifier circuit. Okay. Now in your question, it is given that using negative feedback, you can minimize the noise 80%. That means what? That means N minus NF by N is equal to 80%. That means first your output is N. When you apply negative feedback, you can minimize the noise 80%. That means N minus NF by N is equal to 80%. What is the expression of NF? N by 1 plus A beta. Now if you solve this expression, this N will be cancel out. So 1 minus 1 plus A beta is equal to 0.8. This is given to you. Again, what is given? What must be the percentage of negative feedback? That means you have to calculate the percentage of negative feedback. That means you have to calculate the beta if input voltage gain is 1000. That means in this expression, if A is equal to 1000, this is 1000 or 100, what is given to you? To accomplish the input voltage 1000. See here, I think it will be A is equal to 100. A is equal to 100. This is not 1000. It will be 100. So just you neglect 10 from here. Okay. This is 100, not 1000. Now if A is equal to 100, so if you put A is equal to 100 in this expression, you can easily calculate the beta. So what is beta? Beta is equal to what? 4 by 100. Okay. So 4 by 100 means 0.04%. So this is your result. Now next question is, what will be the voltage gain with feedback? Now beta is known to you. A is already given to you. So what is AF? This is asked to you. So AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta. Just put this expression and you can calculate this. That means this is 20. Okay. Next numerical. This is my last numerical. Again there are lots of language attached with this numerical. So go through this first. An amplifier with negative feedback has an overall gain of 100. An amplifier with negative feedback has an overall gain of 100. That means AF is given to you. What is the value of AF? 100. Variation of this gain only plus minus 1% can be tolerated. That means dAF by AF is equal to plus minus 1%. This is also given to you. Tolerated for some specific use if the open loop gain variation of 10% are expected. That means dA by A is equal to plus minus 10%. This is also given to you. So in device, determine the minimum value of the feedback fraction beta also the open loop gain to satisfy the above equation. That means here AF is given, DAF by AF is given, DA by A is given. You have to calculate loop gain A beta and feedback fraction beta. So how can you solve this? Now again we know there is an expression, that is DA by AF divided by DA by A is equal to 1 by 1 plus A beta from the sensitivity expression. Okay. So from this you can easily calculate what is the value of A beta. What is A beta? A beta is equal to 9. Now AF is also given to you. AF is what? 100. Now AF is given to you, AF is known to you. So from this you can easily calculate A. What is A? A is equal to 1000. Now if you know A, from this expression again you put AF and the value of A, you can easily calculate beta. So what is beta? Beta is equal to 0.009. So here in this video I have discussed so many numerical problem and in various angles, so which is very important for your exam, and I think this type of numerical problem also clear your idea about feedback amplifier. So student, please go through this video and practice this type of numerical in your home, and for practicing, if you face any difficulty, obviously let me know. I will solve your answer. Okay. Now this is all about this feedback amplifier and some tricky questions, so prepare this.